Two. You're stuck, Kelly. I see you.
Um, okay. Sorry, folks, we are having some difficulties with my internet, so
It happens.
it happens sometimes. So, good morning, everyone. Sorry for being a little bit tardy. We had some internet issues this morning on my end out of Atlanta. So, good morning, good morning. So, we have travel advisors from Boston, from Atlanta, Georgia, uh, Philadelphia, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Samantha. Good morning, everyone. So today we have Miss USVI on board. I love
Miss USVI.
USVI. I love the hair. It's carnival. Let's talk about.
I know. We're going to be talking about Carnival. We're so excited. So
I know. New York is in the house. Arizona is in the house. Good morning, everyone, for joining us. We're so excited. Travel is back. Houston is in the house as well. Travel is really coming back. And I know it's not USVI, but yesterday Jamaica announced no more mask and no more tests to get into the destination. So I think slowly things are coming back.
Yeah.
South Carolina, good morning, Hazel. North Carolina, good morning, all. So today we have Miss Kay Kitchens with the USVI. Kay has shares in Papados, if any of your visitors know.
I should have shares in it. I should. Uh-oh, you got stuck again.
Know why it keeps on going in and out, but
Uh-huh.
I'm back again. I don't know. The
It's
weather is bad
it's
out there.
overcast. Yeah, so that's
Overcast,
probably
yes.
what it is. Yeah.
So we have some wind and bad weather out there, so maybe that's why. But without further ado, good morning, Ed. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning. Good morning. Without further ado, we'll bring on Miss USVI, Miss K. I had a couple of inquiries. Some people were saying they had groups, they had questions about USVI, and then K is here to answer all of your questions. And we'll be talking about Carnival this morning, or a
Yeah.
little bit about Carnival because you guys are going straight into the what we call Vaval.
Yes, we're going to be kicking it off. So we're excited about it because it's been 2 years. I mean, Was it just? It was only like, was it Anguilla was the only one that had a carnival the first year?
I
Everything,
know it closed and they had
yes.
their own little carnival for themselves, and everybody was
And everybody was
salvating.
watching, saying, "Oh!" So
Everybody
for the
was
people coming
salvating
on,
on
for,
Anguilla because they had their own carnival, and
yeah.
everybody else
So
was,
for Caribbean people, it's like a dagger to the heart, not to
yeah.
have carnivals. So we all were in that same boat together. So
So I
except for
understand.
Anguilla, Anguilla was on doing their own
Anguilla was having. I have a friend of mine. She has an actual bank account called Carnival. She goes to every island carnival,
thing.
so she literally
Nice,
save money separately for her carnival. She loves
nice,
carnival that much. She goes to everywhere to a carnival.
nice.
So I know island people. We love our carnival. I have a PhD in spectating carnival.
Okay, PhD. Okay, Dr. Fontanelle.
I
I
have a
hear you.
PhD in being a spectator when it comes to carnival. I like to watch.
And I was going down. I had a small group of my own. I was taking with me for 2020, and well, we all know what happened. And it was just like, oh, I mean, I was not going to be a spectator. I was going to be in it. I was in a troupe and everything. My outfit was paid for, the whole 9 yards. So I've got to make sure I get down myself and get to party because I really wanted to. And we all need that release, especially now, with COVID and everything just being upside down. So yeah, this is a good time for it to come back.
Yes. So,
Mhm.
so talk to us. What are we going to be hearing about today from USVI?
Okay, I'm going to touch on a couple things. So, walk me through. So, I just need to hit share, right?
Share and then share the window. Make sure you select if your file is open, and then you select that.
Should I hit share screen?
Yes.
Okay, share screen. And just give me a moment. And then I'm going to go to my file, which is right here. Can you see that, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, so as you guys know, we were talking about Carnival, and we're very thrilled that it's going to be coming back. So in the U.S. Virgin Islands, we have our own separate division of festivals that only deals with all of our carnivals. So this is kind of let you know how serious it is for us in the USVI. So that first year in 2020 with COVID, we actually did do virtual carnivals, and it kind of, helped a little bit to ease the pain of not being in person. But this year, we're going to finally get back to having our celebrations in person. So we slowly but surely been adding things to the carnival calendar. And I believe it was earlier this week or late last week, we announced that we're going to actually be doing our parades as well, because at first we weren't going to do the children's parade and the adults parade, but we will be doing it this year. So that's actually going to be on April 30th. And typically in the past, we've done two separate parades, one on each day. But this year, we'll be combining the adults and the children's parade. So I want to share all of this information with you guys because if you have clients who will be down in St. Thomas, or even if they're going to be in St. Croix or St. John, these are going to be great events for a really, really deep cultural immersion into the USVI. So you can see the 2022 schedule there. So we have something called our food fair. So if you are a foodie and you want to dive into some of the culinary offerings and sample some different USVI traditional foods, the food fair is always a fun event to take part in. And you get a lot of culture and history with a lot of the different vendors that are present. Juve, that's the one everybody is always excited for. So that's our all night street party. We start around 4 o'clock in the morning this year, and it's going to run to 9 a.m. But if you really really want to do it like the locals, Juve is definitely something very, very fun to participate in. So the food fair is going to actually be on the 27th of April. It's going to be at Crown Bay. Crown Bay is where some of the larger cruise ships come in. And so everything that we do is always going to be infused with culture and music and food and fun and history. So any and all of the events that are going to be taking place are definitely going to be events that you want to make sure your clients are aware of. Oh, and if you follow me on Facebook, you know I have been so excited that our reggae night is coming, and Barris Heaven is going to be there as well. We have a lot of really good artists coming in. So the Village is like a great place where, again, you get the food, the culture, and the live concerts. So you really have a great opportunity to really get some very good cultural exposure at all of our events. Same thing on the 29th. If you like that big band sound, we have Cool Session Brass that's going to be playing. We also have Alex Bueno. We have a lot of local and international artists that are going to be participating in this year's event. So all of these things are things you really want to make sure that your clients are aware of, that they put on their calendar so they know what's going on. Because the worst thing is going to be there and you're seeing all this fun stuff and hearing all this music and you don't know what's happening. You don't know what's going on, and you want to be a part of it. So you'll look like an instant expert if you're able to make sure you share this information with them. And one cool event that's going to be going on is the boat show. So this is kind of a great opportunity to mix marine and the music and the food and the fun. And USVI, St. Thomas's own Rock City, will be there performing, as well as Adam O will be there as well. So if you're kind of familiar with the Caribbean music scene, these really are some big name artists who are going to be coming down. So, and some of you are probably familiar with Rock City. They are a producing duo out of St. Thomas. They have their own music as well, but they've produced for some major stars like Rihanna, Maroon 5. So there are some really good artists that are going to be participating in this year's carnival. So please, April 27th through the 30th, if your clients are going to be in St. Thomas, let them know that all of this good fun stuff is going to be going on. And of course, it's going to be a safe event. So everybody will need to make sure that they are vaccinated and test negative to go into the event, which kind of takes me into some of the other things that we'll have with regard to our COVID protocols. But before I get into that, I know that a lot of people always reach out to me wanting to know what's new in our hotel product. And that may be some of the questions perhaps that you've been getting, Kelly, prior to us getting together today. So I'm going to just share with you a couple of hotels that are new or have new things going on. So you can make sure you keep them on your list. So just right off the bat, we have a very wide array of different hotel product in the USVI. And it's one of the things that makes the destination so unique. So you can do a small inn or B&B, or you can do a large luxury resort in the USVI. And of course, villa properties are available as well. So it just depends upon what the client's needs are, what their tastes are, and what exactly they're looking for their stay. So one question I'm always asked a lot is about all-inclusives. So we do not have a ton of them in the USVI, but we do have a new one on the scene, or rather I should say back on the scene, on the island of St. Croix. It is the Divi Carina Bay Beach Resort and Casino. So this is it pictured here. Beautiful stretch of beach. All of the rooms have been renovated, so they're all brand new spanking rooms at the Divi Carina Bay. It reopened as both an all-inclusive and an adults only resort. So this is going to be your only adults only resort in the USVI. So if that is something that your clients really would prefer with their vacation experience, then the Divi Carina Bay in St. Croix is definitely one you want to make sure that they are aware of. One property that's been getting a lot of buzz in national media and, of course, in the USVI is Livongo Resort and Beach Club. It is actually a private island resort. So again, something very new and unique for the U.S. Virgin Islands. So if you didn't know, we have hundreds of uninhabited keys all throughout the U.S. Virgin Islands. And Livongo is one of those that sits really in between St. Thomas and St. John. So when your clients fly into St. Thomas, they will be ferried over to Livongo from St. Thomas. It's about a 15-minute ferry ride. And they do offer ferry service back and forth into St. John as well. And that's also also about a 15-minute ferry ride. So they have villa accommodations as well as glamping available on the property, which is really something I would love to take advantage of because, especially if you're looking for like a girlfriend's getaway or something like that, the the glamping really gives you an opportunity to take in the real true beauty of the U.S. Virgin Islands because the waters around Lobongo are just absolutely stunning. The landscape, and they've really taken particular care not to disrupt the topography of the island too much. So a lot of the units are really nestled in the hillside, very inconspicuously. So you really feel like you're in the middle of a forest in their glamping tents. So keep Lobongo on your list. And then the Frenchman's Reef, if you are familiar with the USVI, you know that this is our probably most iconic hotel in the destination. The Frenchman's Reef is a beautiful, approximately 500 room property. They are in the middle of wrapping up a multi-million dollar renovation here, redoing all the rooms on the property. So the Morningstar units that are right on Morningstar Beach, as well as the units up on the reef. They will be reopening this year, and if I'm understanding correctly, which I know I am, they will begin taking reservations this summer. So keep them on your list. We are excited for this property to come back, and it is going to be rebranded as a Westin. So a lot of really cool and interesting things will be going on at Frenchman's Reef in St. Thomas. I mentioned the wider range of accommodations that we have in the USVI. So I want to spend a little bit of time just sharing with you some of your options when it comes to doing a crude yacht vacation in the U.S. Virgin Islands. This is one aspect of our tourism product that's really exploded, especially since unfortunately the start of COVID. A lot of boaters and yachters kind of sought haven in our waters, and people really felt very comfortable, or rather more comfortable, taking this type of a vacation because you really are in your own little bubble. So with a crude yacht vacation, you get your captain, you get a chef on board as well. And it depends upon the size of the vessel that you want to select for your vacation. But you can get catamarans, you can do a monohull. There are lots of different options available to you. So if you're interested in maybe booking this type of a vacation experience for your clients, just certainly reach out to me. We have several charter yacht brokers that I can put you in touch with that can help pair your client with the right vessel and build the right itinerary for them. All of their meals and alcohol are included in their stay as well. So it really is an affordable and luxurious way to travel and see the U.S. Virgin Islands. I want to make sure too that I always spend some time making sure you guys know about our travel agent university course. You can go to usvirginislandsspecialist.com, and I'll have that website in the next couple of slides so you can jot it down. We have 3 different disciplines that you can take courses in. We have our general leisure course, then we also have our romance, and then we also have our multi-gen course. And we do find that we get lots and lots of multi-gen families coming down to the USVI, and of course, utilizing some of those villa properties. So if you have larger groups like that, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, the kids, they're looking for the perfect destination. Think of USVI, because also keep in mind, U.S. citizens do not need a passport to travel to the U.S. Virgin Islands. So oftentimes that's a really, really good selling point, especially when you have a family and kids who maybe don't have their passports. So it's a great option to suggest to your clients. We were starting off talking about some of our different competitors and their COVID protocols. So we have laxed our already laxed protocols even more. We were one of those destinations that you really didn't have to do much to get into the USVI. But effective last month, if you're fully vaccinated, you do not need to test to come into the U.S. Virgin Islands. All you need to do is upload a copy of your vaccination card, and that's it. and you would upload that into our travel portal, which you can see there below. It's usvitravelportal.com. So if you're only partially vaccinated or unvaccinated, then you do still need to submit a negative COVID-19 test to our travel portal. So, whichever option applies to you, you have to do either one of those within 5 days of your travel to the U.S. Virgin Islands. So, that would not include your actual day of travel. So, as long as you get all of that information in and uploaded within those 5 days, you'll receive an approved code back from our travel portal and you'll be good to go to travel. So, when it comes to face masks, we also are no longer requiring face masks indoors, but there are a few caveats. So, when you're indoor or outdoors of any of our ports of entry, like coming into the airport or the ferry dock, then you do have to have that mask. For our local folks still going to school, the kids and the teachers in the public and private schools, they still need to wear masks. If you have to hopefully not pay a visit to the hospital when you're in the USVI. You'll have to mask up there. And then, of course, nursing homes and healthcare facilities are still requiring masks. But overall, it's still at a business owner's discretion if they want to enforce any type of mask mandates in their particular establishment. But for the most part, overall, you do not have to wear face masks indoors in the U.S. Virgin Islands any longer. So here are a few links that you may want to take a quick photo of just to make sure you can keep up with everything going on with the USVI. You have our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube channels there. And then, of course, our Travel Agent University link, again, which is usvirginislansspecialist.com. And that is everything that I am sharing today, Miss Kelly. So I'm going to stop my share and come back to you.
I just want a Babel chartered yacht to go around USVI. I mean,
Oh, yes. Next year.
next year. Okay, we're gonna do that next year.
Yes.
So
Along with our dive, we're going to do that next year.
yes. Oh my gosh, I haven't gone diving for a minute, so I can't wait to get into the water.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
we have a couple of questions. Karen Fraser, I thought Carnival was in January 1st, so each island have the Carnival on different dates. That's correct. I think they did it this way so we can all enjoy everybody else's carnival.
And ours is not tied into Lent, or I know a lot of other islands theirs is. Ours is not. Ours is just a celebration to let your hair down because we're tired and we want to party.
Yeah, exactly. And St. Lucia changed. I remember when St. Lucia changed their dates, because it was competing with the other destinations.
Right.
And also it was a way to get more visitors coming to the carnival. And carnival is some of the Caribbean destinations' biggest cultural activity. So
yeah, and this year is our 70th anniversary in the USVI. So we are excited.
So before we go further, somebody normally wants to see that last slide again. So can you just and then we're going to answer some of the other questions.
Sure. Just hold on.
And make sure you take a photo.
Yes, take a quick snapshot. Let's see. Is it this one or the one before?
You need to share it again because you're taking it down.
Uh-oh, it didn't share?
No,
hold
not
on.
yet. Oh, Karen is asking if St. Croix and St. John have different dates for Carnival.
They do. They have their own carnival as well.
Sorry, you need to share. Okay.
It's still not sharing?
Yeah, it's there. Sorry, that was me.
Okay. So I don't know if it was this slide she was referring to or the thank you slide.
The one, and you could probably show the one before with all of the social media handles as well.
Okay. And so this is the one with all the social media.
And
so yes, I'll go back.
And then the contact info.
The on St. Croix, we have the Crucian Christmas Festival. So that happens really the month of December through Three Kings Day in January. So it goes until like maybe the first week of January. And then St. John has the 4th of July Festival, which happens over the 4th of July. So each one does have their own carnival. But the one in St. Thomas is actually the VI Carnival. That's touted as the carnival for all of the
For
U.S.
all of the okay.
Yes, yes,
So Diane is asking, are there any resorts that can handle a wedding of 100 guests?
yes. Um, I'm not sure which island they're looking at, but the Ritz Carlton can do 100. The Buccaneer can do 100. Who else? Who else? Who else? Trying to think. Let me go back to St. Thomas. Emerald Beach could do 100. Yeah, there's several properties that can. So if they want to get in touch with me, and I want to say Gallows Point could. Everyone couldn't stay at Gallows in St. John, but I believe they do accommodate up to 100 guests for their wedding and reception spaces. So just shoot me an email and I can put you in touch with the different properties who could accommodate a wedding group of that size.
Okay. And Jan was asking about Frenchman's Reef. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Frenchman's Reef, the name. Would it be
Yes.
Westin Frenchman's Reef for the name?
I don't believe so. They're going to keep Frenchman's because, of course, that's what everybody knows it as. And really, from my understanding, they're going to be several different properties in one. So the Morningstar units are going to be a part of the autograph collection. Not sure if they're going to keep Morningstar. I know they were toying around with a couple of different names, but we're still waiting to hear what the final is going to be on all the different names for all the different spaces that are going to be there at Frenchman's. But keep a lookout. Stay tuned. I'm sure there's going to be a big splash. If you follow me on Facebook, I'll definitely have some information. And we just recently did a webinar with Frenchman's Reef, and it is still posted live on my Facebook page. So if you want to go back to my Facebook and take a look at that webinar, they really did a pretty good deep dive into what's to come with Frenchman's Reef.
Okay. So I have a date with Ed to go diving in USVI. Okay, our group is growing.
I see. So it jumped from me, you, and Sharon. Is that Ed said he's coming too?
Ed is coming as well. Okay. I thanks. I added Nikki Gate. She might be late, but I added her.
Okay.
And Hazel wants to know about transfer options when visiting St. Croix.
Okay, so transfer options are a little bit more where you would have to contact individual taxi drivers, which I have several that I recommend. We don't have an actual company that I could refer you to. So if you, again, want to follow up with me, I can give you my contacts there in St. Croix to do those transfers for you. And even if you're interested in doing group tours, island tours, things of that nature, they would be able to accommodate you as well.
Okay, so let me see if we have any other questions. Karen wants to know, besides Carnival, when is the best time to visit St. Croix? I would say anytime.
Anytime. There's always something going on. Another great time to visit St. Croix is during the Food and Wine Festival. If you're not a foodie, you will turn into one if you're there during that time, because there are lots of really cool culinary events. So you'll have cork and fork dinners, you have dinners in villas, dinners on the pier. There are really some really cool events, dinner in airport hangars, and you get to have some really personal relationships with a lot of the chefs that are there, because they do a lot of the little smaller intimate events. So that's definitely a great time to be down. And actually next month too, if for my sports enthusiasts, we have a tennis tournament, the USVI Cup, coming to St. Croix. I'm hoping I can get down for a couple of days and check out the young people playing tennis. But it's a great tournament, a great opportunity to see some young folks getting into tennis, and maybe even try your hand as well at playing some tennis. But sometimes you get some really, really good name, top name tennis players to come to these events as well. So that's another great event too.
So I think Mary Beth is saying, remind everyone they need 3 hours.
Yes, we do. We recommend 3 hours. We recommend 3 hours because, you never know. The one time you think, oh, there's not going to be anybody there. And then you get there and the line is extremely long. So we always tell people 3 hours to get to the airport early. 3 hours.
One question I have: do you have a food festival?
We have the Food and Wine, which is in St. Croix. Then we also have a lot of different festivals. So we have King of the Wing, which is in St. Thomas, which is like a chicken wing cook-off. We also have the Coal Pot Festival. So it's like a cook-off in terms of people who can make the best dish out of a coal pot. Then we also have Mango Melee for the people who are into mangoes and they want to try all the mangoes and see all the different things you can make with mangoes. That's in St. John. I'm sure we have more that I'm not thinking of, but we do have a lot of different food festivals. There's another one with pork. I can't remember the name of it, but it's also on St. Croix. So there are a lot of opportunities for food festivals in the USVI.
Fantastic. Uh, Norman, would you be able to set up site visits to various hotels if I provide my own flight and hotel stay?
Sure, certainly. You just need to get in touch with my office and fill out a little short questionnaire, and we'll send it down, and we can help arrange those site inspections for you. That's certainly doable.
Ed said you had me at chicken wings. Chicken wings, Ed? You mean that's all it takes? Chicken
Yes,
wings?
the King of the Wing. I think it's usually at Megan's Bay, so it's a bit. It's grown over the years. So I mean, people take their chicken wings very seriously. So yes, yes. What you laughing at?
He said people take their chicken wings seriously.
Yes, they do. They're serious about their chicken. They are drumsticks or flats, lemon pepper barbecue. They're serious about their chicken wings. So
Okay,
it's turned into a big thing.
okay, we have one more person for our dive group, Norman. Okay, then we'll put this dive group together for
I'm
sure.
saying this has to happen.
This has to happen. Yep. Good.
Yes, and we'll go to St. Croix because St. Croix has the best diving, so we have to go to St. Croix.
Fantastic. Okay, then. So I think we don't have any more questions. Karen, she said there's a popular DJ from USVI who was on the last Uber Soca cruise. Oh, she wants him for her group.
Well, she has to send me his name. I don't
His
know.
name, I know. She just know he's popular. um, Missy, any idea when Cancel Bay may reopen?
Oh, yes. Okay. So Canil Bay, I always get asked about it. So it doesn't look like it's going to reopen anytime soon. So Canil was actually inside the national park on St. John. And it was a very unique situation that they had because the Canil was renting usage of the park for the resort. And you don't have a setup like that anywhere else with any other national park. So what happened is the lease is up. It's going to be up, I think, next year. And the dispute really was Canil wanted to extend the lease for a certain amount of time. And the national park really didn't want to do that. So it's kind of just been not moving forward. So once the lease is up, we'll probably have a better idea of what will happen there at Canil. But the beaches there are still open. You can still visit the beaches. You're restricted on accessing the property, but if you're sailing, you can get to those beaches and hang out at those beaches because there are beautiful beaches there at Canil. But all of St. John really has absolutely breathtaking beaches. So you won't go wrong with visiting any beach in St. John. So just stay tuned to hear what's going to come next for Canil Bay. But at this point, it does not look like they will be reopening. No.
Okay. So we have one more person for our dive. Omar said, don't leave him out.
This is getting out of sorts.
We need some ladies to join us for our dive trip. Come on, ladies.
Yes.
We need some ladies to come join us for our dive trip. But this was really informative. I want to go glamping.
Yes,
Seriously.
I do too. I do too. So maybe we could do half glamping and then half charter yacht. Bam.
Charter yacht sounds like I think I want to do whole charter yacht and go
Oh,
diving from charter yacht.
yeah, I mean, they're both really beautiful options, and Livongo is so
Okay, we have Hazel is going to join us. Okay.
Okay,
We are
Hazel,
working
yes.
on Hazel is in. So we're going to put together a dive group to go to only agents, only suppliers, no consumers, just a group of us going to have a good time in USVI.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah. We're going to make it happen. So
Okay.
thank you so much. For those who came in late, you could rewatch on in the task group or also on our YouTube page. But she's in for the yacht. Mary, she's
Aren't we
like,
all?
I'm in on the yacht. She said she'll take pics. She sounds like something I would do. I'm gonna come. I can take pics. Okay, Samantha is gonna go dive when we first do. So that sounds fantastic. So let's do this. A group of us, USVI dive farm. Farm.
I got it. Yes, I think
Dive
we should.
and yachting. More yachting than
More
glamping.
yachting than diving. Well, we could do the yacht, and then we could set up a dive, and the dive boat could meet us at the yacht, and then we'll go out for our dive. And
Yeah,
then at the conclusion, we come back to the boat.
Mm-hmm.
See,
And I can go glamping if I want to for one night.
Right. That's right. That's right. You come
But
in early.
I like glamping with my kind of glamping is really 5-star.
You sound like you're a bit of a hotel snob. Like, oh, my pillows are not soft enough.
So, and then Jan will help you photos as well. So we have a lot of photographers.
A lot of photographers will be joining us.
us.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
And glamping, that's my goal. And glamping is fantastic. But thank you so much. I didn't know you could go glamping in USVI, so that's something I learned today, and I'm excited about that because it's always an option for clients. So,
and I'll post some of the glamping from Livongo on my page, and I'll tag you too, and I'll post it in past so people can kind of see what it looks like. It's very nice, very very nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Karen is saying this is getting to be like a carnival group. She said, my group likes to twerk on the yachties.
Okay. We're going to be a mess in the US.
We're going to be a mess. But thank you all to our travel advisors who tune into for our coffee chat. Thank you for.
Oh, you're stuck.
Stuck again. So we will share the glamping information and then you could share it with your clients, Jan. So Jan has a honeymoon couple really wanting USVI, so she could share glamping with them. So most definitely you could do that.
And follow up with me too, Jan. I can send you some other really nice options for them to consider as well, based on their budget, what they're looking to do.
Okay, so thank you so much, Kay, for this very informative presentation. And again, it will live in the task group, and it's also on our YouTube page. So again, thank you. And next week, we're going to be talking to a private jet company to show you how easy it is to charter a private jet for your groups.
It is. It is. And we have, so, okay, you've added another component to our trip. We can do a private jet. Down, and then this is it.
So next week our chat will be with a company, I forgot his name, but Opes Jet. So a private jet company that provides that service, and you travel advisors just add on your commission. So when it's quite easy to do. After he presented to me, I'm like, this is something I think some of our agents would like to have an option for the clients. So for small groups, for clients who don't want to do commercial.
And it's not as pricey as you think. It's really quite affordable.
Not. It's not pricey. So I was really it was really interesting to see how easy it is to get done. Mm-hmm. So next week I'll be posting again the flyer for our coffee chat, and we'll see USVI sometime later in the year. Come and talk to us again about what's happening, just to provide updates as well. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And then you doing the travel fair in June. So
Yes.
you will hear more about USVI again for our travel fair. If you haven't registered, travel fair, the travelfair.com, go and register, and we'll have some of our fantastic destinations like Dominica so far, Montserrat to be present in USVI. Sandals is on board us already to be in our travel fair June 16th and 17th. 2022. So thank you so much. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. It's weather related, so let's blame it on the weather. So
It all
enjoy.
turned out well. It all turned out well.
Yes. So enjoy the rest of your day. And again, you could go and watch this presentation in the task group on also on our YouTube page. So thank you all again and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks, Kay.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.